Hi everyone, this is Mike Gordon. Welcome back to Perfect Playthrough of Final Fantasy VI Advance, where our objective is to accomplish everything the game has to offer. We are fast approaching the biggest point of no return in the entire game by far, where the vast majority of the game's content will disappear forever. That includes a number of dungeons and their content such as treasure chests and encounter formations. I'm gonna prioritize missable items, so I will give some attention to all the missable battles as well. First up are these 36 items. In the world of balance, there are roughly 41 items that are only available in limited quantities. I only have 36 of them and arranged them in my menu in order to show off the full list. That way, I don't have to worry about cramming all that crap into one of the HUDs. Right now, I'm basically just showing off the enemy encounters and how I went about grinding the next 10 items. Note the frame and formation brackets down below because the encounters will change once I acquire all the formations off screen. The items in question are the X Potion, Elixir, Magicite Shard, Fuma Shuriken, Sasuke Alarm Earring, Angel Wing, Genji Glove, Hyper Wrist, and Angel Ring. I already spent a considerable amount of time grinding Magicite Shards and Angel Wings off of Flans and Ninjas respectively, so really, I'm showing off the most ideal starting frames to grab all the items we need. Also note that the Thief's Knife and Giga's Glove are technically a part of all this as well, but really, just go to Zozo and grind off the appropriate enemies there. While Spitfires have elixirs as rare steals, they're not the most ideal place to steal from them. They have ethers as common steals, and while another enemy in Group 22 not only have elixirs, but 2 additional items of value as well. I'll show them off in a bit. Oh, and for the record, I've already pretty much finished up my grind sessions. The only things I'm missing at this point in time are the Fuma Shurikens and a couple treasure chests and rages for Gao. Took me a couple weeks of incessant grinding just to get everything up to speed. Trust me, this is insanely boring, and truth be told, all but one of the aforementioned items, that being the Thief's Knife, have an easier acquisition method later on. In cases like the Genji Glove or the Magicite Shard, they all have alternative methods of acquiring more of them that are easier than what I'm doing right now as well, but it will take a very long time to realize said methods. That's not to say you shouldn't try to aim for Genji Gloves or Magicite Shards right now, but they are rare steals held by enemies that also have exceptionally common items to steal from. At least farming for Hyper Wrist, Alarm Earrings, Angel Rings, Angel Wings, and Fuma Shurikens right now won't break the bank for us once we get to the World of Ruin. They also come from enemies that aren't carrying a ton of cheap garbage like potions and antidotes as common steals. Their rare steals are the only items that they carry. But as I said, I'm pretty much set with the item grinding, so I'm basically showing off the easy method of getting all this stuff before we finish up acquiring the remaining enemy formations. Took such a long time, in fact, I took the time to teach Celeste, Realm, Strigo, and Gao every available spell in the game. But having said all that, I think it's time to grab the enemy formations off of Bomb Forest. I already got the lone bomb encounter, and I used that to grind off the next enemy that I'm gonna show off. But in addition to that, there's also 2 other formations, including the lone grenade as an extremely rare encounter. Just note that the lone bomb that you can encounter in this forest is different from the one on the Phantom Train, so if you don't grab it now, it'll be gone forever. In fact, so much content in the World of Balance is about to disappear forever, and that includes the enemy formations I'm going to show you in this episode. Get used to seeing a ton of green in the bottom HUD. The grenade is an extremely rare encounter, so it'll take a while to find it. So after this battle, I'll be right back. And we're back. Took a while, but here's the grenade. And something worth noting too is that this guy will self-destruct as a counterattack to any attack, including steal, but it will still count your bestiary if you didn't counter already. So, I'm going to do some little trickery here. I encounter an off-screen bomb on frame 182, and now I get to start on the veldt against a single Gigantos. They have an X potion and elixir to steal from, and they will always drop a Sasuke after every battle, making it an ideal place to farm for all three items at this stage in the game. I already stole what I needed from him, so I just need to nuke him. And that is it. I'm gonna heal up at the relic shop. And I want to show off all the items. Meat Thrill Sword, the Kotetsu Blade in particular, will disappear forever. The enemies on the veldt will still spawn those items. Same thing for Heavy Shield, Plume Hat, Mage's Hat, Kenpo Gi, and Iron Armor. However, all the items I'm slowly going over is much easier to grab them now than wait until later. A lot faster too. Same goes for the item shop. Although nothing's missable, this is your last chance to grab dried meat in a store. There are still some enemies that will drop them, though, in the World Ruin. Finally, the relic shop. Nothing in the relic shop's missable, but I still need to use the inn. A free inn, that is. I am basically going to go all over the world. And yeah, better grab those now than wait, but I already did, so there you go. Next stop is Thamasa. Let me just navigate carefully. First things first, I want to go into the town itself. Not only are these items extremely expensive, but they are all about to disappear forever. But a ton of them are about to disappear forever. Like these 4 rods here. Well, technically not forever, but again, it's easier getting them now than waiting. And that applies to all those weapons. Just note that if you run low, just use the Let the River trick, and you will immediately be able to refund your money. Same goes for all these items here. The tiara and mystery veil in particular are both missable. As for the item shop, you know what? This is an ideal place to grab some remedies and teleport stones, as well as some holy waters, but, you know, nothing here is missable. Wrong building. Here's the relic shop. Just kind of out of the way. And a lot of these are really expensive. I believe the black belt and sniper eye are missable. But as I said before, it's supposed to grab all of that stuff now rather than putting it off. World Ruin is extremely expensive. I want to fly closer to the entrance to the Esper Mountains because, or Esper Caves, just to show off the encounters here. I want to encounter. Let's see, I still have yet to encounter the 2 Briareus formations, but I've encountered the ones that's both Briareus and Devoured. So I'm just gonna go collect those enemies right now. And there we go. I want to use magic because these guys are extremely resilient to physical attacks. So now I'm gonna edge the forest and pick up the both Devour formations. Alright. There you go. And now for Chimera Devour. And for the record, it's not like I manipulated this or anything. I just happened to get lucky. So yeah, I basically got these four formations back to back to back to back without really trying. No editing tricks or anything like that. But now, there's no reason to go up or to the left because they just circle around. I'm not sure why they did that, other than to cast the illusion of making it seem maze-like. Alright. All we need now is the 5 mannequins, but we will almost certainly run into those later. Careful navigation here. And, yep, here's the save room. In addition to grabbing the enemies, there are also some, items that we need to pick up. So I'm gonna take the lower path. Should have not taken the upper path first, but here's the tabby suit. And here are the 5 mannequins. Our levels are so high at this point, Saban's especially, that he can basically one-shot everything. And there's the Chocobo suit. So there's only one more unique, well, technically 3 more unique items left. But I'm not getting the chainsaw or the rune blade. I'm gonna skip those for now. But the last item in Esper Caves is this X potion. We've grabbed everything that we needed, including the 3 mandrakes, so now it's time to get out of here. For the record, I've already encountered every single enemy in the world of balance off screen. Yeah, I just want to show off the encounters here in the Triangle Island. No need to get to encounter all of them since I already encountered them. Alright, here are the encounters around Collagen in the Grasslands area. Here are the encounters in the desert, and I swapped Saban out for Edgar in the front row. Actually, just Edgar. That's kind of funny. But, yeah, don't forget, have Edgar in your lead, so you get a 50% discount for everything you buy here. So this actually makes it the most ideal place to buy all these items. And if you want the tools in the tool shop. You're not even looking at the king. But I don't need to buy 99 copies of each of these items because that's a waste of money and resources. I'll do that when I'm ready to max out on Edgar's tools. But I'm gonna land right outside. Here are the enemies you can encounter in the forest here, and I'm good to go. Now to show off some of the unique items in Collagen. All we really care about is the weapon shop. And here are the unique items. They're all unique here, and they are about to disappear forever. Same goes for the armor shop. Just going through the emotions here. And that's basically it. You buy everything here like I have. Time to head to Jador. And stopping by at the armor shop. For the record, the auction house gets you angel wings and angel rings, but they are a money pit. There are easier and cheaper methods to getting those two items, and that includes waiting till the world of ruin. Here are some of the items that you can get in the weapon shop, and again, a lot of these are about to disappear forever, including the Kiki Chimonji and the Sakura. Or was it the Kodachi or something? I don't remember. Trying to find the relic shop. There we go. For the most part, these items are not really missable. I think I already grabbed all. Yeah, I did. That's worth noting. So now to make our way out of Jador. And those are the encounters there. Now we're heading down to Wildbrook. Actually, first around Miranda, where to show off all the encounters that are about to disappear here as well. Alright. First in the grasslands, Grassworm, Dawn, and Dawn Wyvern. You can also find those enemies at Zen. And here are the enemies in the grasslands. Teleporting to the desert here. The other grasslands. And here are here's the weapon shop. These are basically the last remaining missable items, including the Sakura, Venom Claws, Bastard Sword, and of course the Kiki Chimonji again. And let's see if there's anything in the armor shop that's about to disappear. I don't think so, but I do show off the relic shop. By the way, it should be noted that the floating continent is hovering up above Albrook, which is absolutely terrifying, and I'm kind of surprised they have the guts to just stay there. And the only thing of note in Albrook's relic shop's the amulet. I didn't show off the amulet, but that's not missable. Now I'm heading all the way to Narsh. And here's the desert enemies, and the grassland enemies. The forest enemies are basically the same as on Triangle Island. Now to show off the shops in Narsh, as well as the enemy encounters. Do not grab any of the remaining items here, especially not the Rune Blade. Boomerang for the most part is missable, but we will get a free boomerang really soon. Which is why I did not max out on that item just yet. Relic shop. What you see is basically what you get. I don't believe any one of those relics are missable. Trying to find where I'm looking, and I decided, you know what? I think that's everything. I'm just going to show off the enemies encounters in the Narsh Caves. Just teleporting to the next room. Yep, all of these enemy formations are about to disappear forever. So I'm just gonna make it through this little maze there. And yes, they turned off the dash feature here, so not even the sprint shoes work. And just teleporting out. I swapped out my party for Realm and kept Sabin in there, so Realm doesn't die. I want to increase Realm's magic stat by 2. I ultimately decide that for the purposes of World of Ruin, I'm just gonna level Realm up once. Now she's level 4, I don't need her anymore. Just need to remove her equipment. And now we're good to go. Right outside of South Figaro. There are the encounters in the plains and in the forests. And time to check out the shops at South Figaro. Because yes, even in South Figaro, there are some missable items. There we go. Silver spectacles, star pendant, jeweled ring, and knight's code. All about to disappear forever. Well, maybe not. I'm pretty sure most of them will. And in the weapon shop, I do know of a few items that will disappear forever. Like the great sword in particular. I believe the dagger as well. So be sure to grab those as well. And in the armor shop, you got the heavy shield, hairband, plumed hat, con robe, and kempo gi. Basically everything but the buckler will disappear forever. And that's good. And that's basically it for South Figaro. Here's Mount Colts. The enemies in the caves there are about to disappear forever. You got the enemies outside on the slopes. Here's the base of the mountain. And here's the valley formations. Now that that's out of the way, it's time to get out of there. And all the enemy formations available in the Ledley River will disappear forever. Additionally, this is an ideal place to get some grinding in case you run low on gil. So don't forget to pick up the smoke bombs. They're not missable per se, but it's good to have them. And there's the weapon shop. Mithril spears are about to disappear forever, as well as the Katetsus. Pretty much everything here is about to disappear forever. And another item to look out for, the fairy ring. So that's basically it for missable content. In the come on! That's basically it for missable content in the World of Balance. Nope. Come on, there's gotta be an easy way out. Well, of course I'm being stupid. And now I'm gonna land on the north side of the Doma region. Here's the forest, here's the grasslands. Now I'm gonna go to the southern part of the Doma region. Here are the missable formations here. And now, I'm basically got everything. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Serpent Trench. Whatever formations you do not have from the Serpent Trench, get them now. They are about to disappear forever. In fact, only one of these formations is not missable at all because you're guaranteed to run into it. So check the HUD down below, see what you're missing. Luckily I got the rare one on my first try. And yep. Gotta take the left path because that's the most ideal place to get both formations for Formation 3. Or at least the best odds at getting them faster. Yeah, this is just sort of boring right now. I just want to show off all the stuff that's about to disappear forever. And finally, the third group of enemies. Because we went left instead of right. Going right will lead you to an item. Should be noted that if you did not get any of the chests available in these places, get them now, because they will disappear forever. This in particular includes Mount Colts in the Serpent Trench in Esper Mountains, as well as the Floating Continent, obviously. But does not include most towns. So keep that in mind. And I'm just going right because, we don't need to encounter the formation from the second group twice. So I'm just going to edit this out and return to the Veld. Alright, 9:53, and here are the results of having grabbed every single formation in the game. Platinum Dragon, I already skipped the first two battles because they're not important. Alright, encountered 3 Platinum Dragons very quickly. And it just by sheer happenstance that frame 953 and 889, in addition to being good methods of grinding, for the rare steals and whatnot, is also a great way to grab these 3 missing rages. Alright. Now that's 2 rages learned by Gao, and that leaves us with 1 more rage to go. And I'm about to do something extremely gutsy, if not downright stupid. Check this out. I would not recommend that you do this. I'm only doing this just to prove that all the characters I don't need to learn Avery Magic for have learned Avery Magic. Here's the full magic list for Celeste. That's 36 out of 57. Right there. Same goes for Strago. Just show off 36 of 57. And I already show off his lore list. And Realm, again, 36 of 57. Misclicked. And again, 36 out of 57. Additionally, he has 113 out of 254 rages. Trust me, I counted. And out of a possible 114 rages you can learn in the world of balance. The only rage that's currently missing is the Ninja Rage. Just taking my time here. See, that's 113 out of 254. The only one that's missing are the 2 ninjas. I'm also at 37% beast here right now, though I've been that way since Esper Mountains. That was a close one. They could have wiped out my party. So that's it for all the missable content in the World of Balance. It's time to head back to the World of Ruin, the Floating Continent. So, while navigating through the Floating Continent, I'm going to try to acquire I'm going to just show off all the rages, all the formations I didn't get in the last episode. Alright. And I fail to realize I gave Saban the Burning Fist. But that's fine. The last thing I need to do is give everyone the necessary relics. Sprint shoes and alarm rings for Terra. Don't want to get to up any pincer attacks. And then Herbie Sandals and Thieves Bracer. Just in case. And of course, Soul Earrings for Saban. Alright, that's the first formation. I didn't encounter that one before. It's 24-2, which is 6 and 64 odds. And a reminder that the formations in the world in the flowing content is dependent on the frame in which you trigger the encounter, and it's decided by like every 10 frames or so. I think the odds are ultimately dependent on the frame that, and they will just stay there for consecutive frames until you. And sometimes back to back as well. So for example, Ninja 2 would be there for 10 frames in a row, as well as the 2 Brain Pan Misfit Apocrypha formation, 10 consecutive frames, and the process changes every 60 seconds or so. It's kind of weird. However, it would take 6 frames consecutively for the dragon, and so on. 5 for those lone behemoth, 1 for 2 behemoths, and so on and so forth. It's very confusing. There's another formation I didn't run into. Alright. And I'm probably just going to edit to when I encounter each of the remaining rare formations. Gotta hit these switches. Come on, get up there. Alright. And I should remind you, there's like a ton of dead frames on the floating continent, and I don't know why that is. Just a ton of dead frames. And I'm guessing it's because of the background. You know, the Game Boy Advance doesn't appear to be fully capable of processing Mode 7 all that well, and you get a ton of Mode 7 in the background. So a lot of things is going on at the same time. Alright, what do I have left to encounter? I know for a fact I have not encountered the 2 rare formations. And I skipped a bit, and oh yeah, I forgot, I never show off the 2 ninjas. Or the Apocrypha. And now I'm just gonna skip ahead to when I encounter each of the rare formations. Alright. I can't stress this enough, it took a long time to get a lot of these because the 1 in 64 frames almost never appear, and it's almost impossible to manipulate the encounters that you actually want. But that's every single formation in the floating continent, so... They're like, oh yeah, let's pick up the beret. That's the last remaining item before we reach the point of return. So I'm going to save my game and then I'm going to try to reset everyone's levels. The reason for that, I will explain in a bit. But first, let me show off all the items that we have acquired up to this point. There are absolutely no interruptions among these group of items. These are the bare minimum that we have, and notes on the 98s or 97s, those are because other characters are equipped with them. And then I realized, oh yeah, I forgot, Sabin's equipped with the Burning Fist. Oops. It's supposed to read 150 items, not 149. So, let's try this again. So, I have to reset everyone's levels right now. And that means running away from the random encounters. So, hopefully we don't encounter any ninjas. So I'm going to save my game, and I'm going to use the quick save to reset everyone's level. The reason for this is because Celus's level, once you start the World of Ruin, will be determined by the combined level average of every single character that you've recruited in the World of Balance. By the way, this will include Gao as well, unless you've left him into the Veld. I don't know if this will count Shadow, but Shadow's average doesn't really matter unless you leveled him up a bit. So now we're back. Everyone's level 3, level 1, level 5, and level 4. Not sure why I'm trying to accomplish doing this, but here are the items. 150 out of 270 items. And I want to create a duplicate save because I don't want to... Just in case I missed anything in the World of Balance. You know, just in case. Now it's time to get going. By the way, you can easily tell if I leveled up or not later on when I do my final menuing. And here's the point of no return right here. Well, look who's here. Celeste? Yeah, okay. This is the reason why I chose not, well, obviously I'm not gonna bring Celeste along when I want to key your levels though, but even if you're playing casually, do not bring Celeste or else you will be handicapped a character slot. Unless you're speedrunning the game. Honestly, I wonder what would happen if you decided to have Celeste solo this part. Because this scene is basically premeditated to Celeste prove your worth. Well, the answer is, the game will not let you onto the Flame Continent with less party members. I don't know why. But the absolute fewest you can bring with you is 3. That means, my Celeste, you are guaranteed which means, if you bring Celeste along, you need to bring 2 other people along, or else this cutscene makes no sense. So yeah, Celeste is being pressured into killing her friends. in forming an alliance with Gestalt and Kefka. And, yeah. Here's a bit of a trivia. This was supposed to be the setting for the final battle originally in Final Fantasy VI. What happened? Well, Squaresoft finished the game, this part of the game, a year ahead of schedule, and with so much free time on their hand, they decided to just create the World of Ruin and a ton of side content or add more to the overall game. But yeah, you were originally going to fight the Warring Triad, and you were originally going to fight Kefka here on the floating continent. So, yeah, it's abundantly clear that things aren't looking too good. Particularly when Gestalt has to get involved in combat when we haven't even fought him yet. And we won't fight him, period. Go out laughing. Yeah, I have no idea why Gestalt never thought that there was something seriously wrong with what just had transpired. Yeah, this is probably the absolutely worst possible character that one can think of to be the main bad guy is freaking Kefka. Well, at least with Gestalt, you know, but he's kind of boring, so, but you know. Yep, Kefka's turned traitor. Incredible. Can't you do any better than that? You're way off. Where's your aiming? Where are you aiming? More to the right. Run, run! Or you'll be well done! Bullseye. Oh dear. Well, I guess I was a bit hasty in calling you a useless old man before. Now you're useless! And nobody ever talks about how that is one of Kefka's best lines. Yeah, I felt that way when I feel that way sometimes when I dream of Biden's death. Things are bad now. Yeah, Kefka knows that. Doesn't care anyways. Huh? Shadow's basically just trying to buy them some time before all hell breaks loose. By the way, yes, there is one more item, but we didn't have access to that item just yet. But now we do. There is a sneaky way to grab it. But right now, there's only one random encounter for us to worry about, and that's Nalapa. As it turned out, that Nalapa is completely immune to elemental damage, though is weak to certain elements like Holy. Go figured. And the sound effects are giving out. Just trying to find the right spell. Alright, yo, come on. Okay, well, okay, so technically I just highlighted the imp spell on Celeste, who's literally not gonna be able to do a goddamn thing, so... other than die, so yeah, she's kinda useless here. It took me a while before I figured out that Nalapa is weak to Holy Elemental, which actually loads a lot faster. But you have to be sure to kill Nalapa, because even though it does not appear on the Veld, it is a missable encounter for your bestiary. After you kill the first one, just imp all the rest. The reason why I say imp all the rest is because it's a lot faster. You cast imp on Nalapa, he'll use imp on himself and then run away. And you want to go around to get this elixir, or else that platform in front of the elixir will disappear, will crumble right beneath your feet. So, good thing that he grabbed it by going the other way. Interestingly enough, I meant nod, you imp nod to make him run away. Nalapa's the boss, the final boss of the world of balance. Yeah, Celeste is already dead, so Doom's not gonna do anything. And one last Sora cannon, I think, should do just fine. Yep. You have mere seconds to reach the end now. Do not jump just yet. We want to wait for Shadow, and in the meantime, I'm gonna fully unequip my entire party. Remove all relics. The Esper from Sabin, you can tell right there that their levels are still the same as where I reset them. Remove the Golem Esper, and oh yeah, let's not forget that we need to revive Celeste. And there's all the items once again. And we just need to wait till the timer hits 5 seconds. And there's Shadow. I see. And look at these cool production values I've done. So nice. Nope. Maybe if they didn't finish a year ahead of schedule, we'd be able to save the world before all hell broke loose. But because they had a year's worth of extra time, Squaresoft decided that they need to cram in a ton of extra content. And there you go. the Empire gets completely devastated. Not sure where this place is supposed to be. I'm guessing Mount Colts. And yep. And that is how Kefka destroyed the world halfway through the game. And here's some more of that glitchy music. Alright. I can't believe how loud that is. And I turned the volume down for the gameplay for the audio recording. And yet it's still loud. And yet we're reduced to just Celis at this point. We don't even know if the other characters are alive or not. Over a year, huh? I believe Realm said was 10 a couple episodes ago, but now she's 11 if she's still alive. Everybody literally fell off the freaking airship as the world got ripped asunder. And yeah, and honestly, that's honestly makes Celis. I kind of wish she was the main character, not Terra. Alright, and here's a mini game that will decide whether or not Sid lives or dies. And for a perfect playthrough, you absolutely want to make sure that Sid gets. I just sort of realized I never eclipsed Celeste. That's fine. No, you want to grab the fast fish and ignore the small fish. Every second that passes, and you're not in the menu, or you're not on the world map, Grandpa Sid gets a little more sick. So I gotta equip the sprint shoes right here and now. And the fast fish will give us plus 32 points. The medium moving fish are either plus 16 or minus 4, and the slow fish is minus 16. Now the reason why saving Grandpa is part of a perfect playthrough is because you can only cause the fish to respond by talking to him. You primarily want to just settle for the fast fish. Though any fish that moves decently fast, you should be sure to grab as well. Yep, and you can tell based on the dialogue that Grandpa Sid here is getting a lot better. No, just trying to grab that fast fish real quickly. And I had really good RNG. I never thought to just go out on the world map, saving my game periodically and trying to RNG manipulate the fish. But every single time I went out there was a fast fish. So I think one last fast fish should suffice. I don't think that's a fast fish, but it'll do. Not that it would matter, you have to feed them everything. And as said, is alive. And again, Zozo's level is based on your combined level average of all your other recruits from the World of Balance. Not counting optional characters you didn't recruit or Gao if you left them on the world map. Here's 2 medium fish. Unfortunately, you still have to grab them and then feed them. I forgot about that. But that's okay, I can just go back and get the 4 types of fish later. They would appear in your key items, by the way. So yeah, you know what, I'm just not gonna waste my time anymore. I'm gonna pick up this raft. And honestly, you know what, speedrunners also prefer saving Grandpa Sid because it's actually faster just to grab the large fish and feed him, rather than just waiting for him to die. There is also fewer cutscenes, so speedrunners do it, perfectionists do it, but casual people just prefer let Sid die because of the dramatic weight because of the melodramatic scene with Solus over the cliff. I'll probably show it in the bonus content much later on when it's time to reset everyone's levels. But right now, looks like we are about to dock right outside Albrook. Or I guess, I think it's Albrook. But right now, I want to adjust Celus's equipment. I guess the Morningstar will have to do. And what you give her for headgear is not going to matter because everything here will kill her in one hit. And I want to give her... Let's see, I want to give her the alarm earrings. And I want to give her the Gale hairpin. And the reason why is to basically give myself as good a chance at running away as possible. Alright. And I just want to show off that I got free Boomerang and a free buckler out of this. So, save my game, and with that said, this is Mike Gordon, signing out.